Section 34 of The Diary of a Russian Lady. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Read by Marie Christian. The Diary of a Russian Lady by Barbara Doukhovsky. Venice. On the following day, we took the Venice Express at 9 o'clock in the morning. 2 Belgian members of the foreign missions traveled to Venice with us. Colonel Theunis and Major Havard proved very entertaining companions, only their knowledge of Russia was sadly deficient. They believed that wolves prowled in the streets of St. Petersburg in broad daylight. At 8 o'clock in the evening, we reached Venice and rolled slowly along a narrow pier. At the railway station, a group of gondoliers rushed up to us, offering their gondolas just like cabmen. We stepped down into a gondola lighted up by lanterns on bow and poop. The gondolier pushed off from the steps, and we silently glided along the great canal, surrounded by side canals crossed by small private bridges. Venice is built on piles and stands upon many islands linked by bridges. At each crossing of the aquatic streets, our strong-lunged gondolier shouted, "Gai!" to escape collision. He brought us to the Hotel Danieli, where we passed a sleepless night, not having followed the wise advice of the chambermaid, who told us not to raise the mosquito nets. We were thoroughly punished for it, having been devoured by mosquitoes. Lunch over, we went out for a walk along narrow little pathways leading to the Piazza San Marco. After a stroll in the arcades of the square, we took a gondola for a sail on the Canale Grande. We glided smoothly on the silent waves of the Adriatic, passing before grim old buildings. The palaces in which Byron, Schiller, Lucrezia Borgia have dwelt are now transformed into hotels. Venice, the town of legends and dreams, has very unpleasant odors, and nearly all the windows are hung with a flutter of drying sheets and towels, flapping in the air like old tattered flags. On the following day we took the boat to Lido, a fashionable sea-bathing place, and returned to Venice just in time for the table d'hôte. There was a great festival at night on the Canale Grande. All of the gondolas of Venice were on the water, lighted with colored lanterns. On the broadest part of the canal they were tied one to the other, thus forming a large floating bridge, on the middle of which a group of street singers were giving a serenade. Our gondolier, at our request, shouted out in a stentorian voice, "Funiculi, funicula," and the singers performed with great emphasis that popular song, after which they crossed over from one gondola to the other, holding out their hats, which were soon amply filled. We gave all the change we had in our pockets. We only remained 2 days at Venice, having had quite enough of that aquatic town which does not suit my vivacious temperament. End of section 34.